Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Steve the bartender, and today I'm making 3 tasty brunch cocktails thanks to Italicus Rosolio de bergamot. I know I have not pronounced that correctly. I've even looked up how to pronounce it. I can't pronounce it. So Italicus is an old Italian liqueur. This particular recipe dates back to 1850, and it's a bergamot liqueur. It's got notes of bitter citrus, rose, like rose petal, so it's quite floral, as well as some lavender in there. So the bergamot citrus apparently occurred through a cross-pollination over 600 years ago through 2 different kinds of citrus fruit. And so in regards to plant evolution, it's relatively young, this fruit, but it is a bitter citrus. It's quite an ugly fruit, to be honest. But it makes a delicious liqueur that works well in brunch cocktails. So first of all, the Italicus Spritz. I have tried this on the channel once before, but I gave it another shot and I quite like this ratio better. So as I said, nice and simple, and this ratio is just simply 2 to 1. So 2 parts Prosecco to 1 part Italicus. And it works a lot better than the last recipe I used, which also had a dash of soda, which kind of just watered down that flavor. So I'm just going to do a single measure, 30 ml, 1 ounce of Italicus. Yeah, so this only sits at about 20% ABV, so 40 proof. So it's almost designed to be for brunch cocktails and brunch drinks. Changed my mind. I'm actually going to add another 15 ml, half an ounce. So I'm still sticking to the same ratios, but I'm just going to make a bigger drink. So now we're measuring 90 ml. So roughly it'll be about 135 ml all up. And that gets garnished with skewered olives. Italicus Spritz. Cheers. Perfect for brunch. On to the next brunch cocktail is the Grapefruit Garibaldi. So I have actually filmed the Garibaldi before, but I never ended up publishing it. So I'll have to reshoot that for video. It's essentially Campari and orange juice. But this one, the Grapefruit Garibaldi, I'm using Italicus and grapefruit juice with a little pinch of salt. So nice and simple recipe. So make sure it's freshly juiced grapefruit. And we're going to need 120 ml, 4 ounces. So 1 big grapefruit like this should be plenty. So the key to this one is, much like the original Garibaldi, is making sure you've got plenty of aeration in the drink, which is why I'm using a milkshake blender. If you don't have one, you can always shake it and whip shake it with a little bit of crushed ice or pebble ice, and that'll do almost the same thing and it'll make the drink really fluffy. So 60 ml, 2 ounces. And then next, the grapefruit juice, 120, 4 ounces. And then a small pinch of salt. And pebble ice or crushed ice. Into the milkshake maker, milkshake blender. And give it a couple of short bursts for about 10 seconds. So that little pinch of salt is going to help tame the bitterness of the grapefruit. If you find you've got a little bit too much ice, then just use a Hawthorne strainer. You can always add some more ice later. Nice and simple garnish, just a slice of grapefruit and a stainless steel straw. I think this particular cocktail is going to go exceptionally well with those subtle bitter flavors from the bergamot, grapefruit, a little pinch of salt, which tames that bitterness. Another perfect brunch cocktail, I think. There, the Grapefruit Garibaldi. It's amazing how much that bitterness from the grapefruit has been subdued. Like if you have straight grapefruit juice, it's quite acidic and bitter, but this is tamed down and sweetened a little bit with the Italicus, a pinch of salt. It just harmonizes everything and brings it all together. It's surprisingly simple, but it's delicious. That's so good. So on to brunch cocktail number 3. I'm making the King's Breakfast. This was known as the drink of kings, so therefore I thought the King's Breakfast was kind of a suitable name. Nice and easy recipe. 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce of Italicus. Likewise for your preferred gin, if it happens to be citrus forward like threefold, then that would go quite nicely. So 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce, and the same for the lemon juice. 22.5 ml, 3/4 ounce. And then I'm using 1 heaped bar spoon of strawberry jam. Of course, you can use a different jam or preserve. Completely up to you, whatever you have at home. So plenty of ice, straight in the shaker and then give it a shake. And I'm straining this one into a Nick and Nora glass. It's got a smaller volume which will suit this size cocktail. I definitely want to fine strain because we're going to have a lot of chunks from the jam. Because I'm using strawberry jam, nice simple strawberry garnish on the side. So I quite like the pale rose kind of color to it because it ties in with those floral notes that the Italicus has of rose and lavender. Cheers. I'd have to say this one's my favorite of all the 3. It is light and delicate, but that's what makes it really nice for a brunch cocktail. It's relatively low ABV, so it's perfect for breakfast or brunch. So let me know which one would be your go-to cocktail for brunch. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure you give it a like, and I'll see you soon for another cocktail video. Cheers.